Have you ever heard the expression, it's only temporary? Like if you're going through a bad time, or if it's like you're lamenting the fact that is school ever going to end? And you go, it's only temporary. Well, I'm here to tell you that just about everything in life is temporary. Hi, I'm Pastor Mark with Heights Christian Church. We're going through the Bible in 5 years. We'd love for you to join us. What we're doing is taking small bits of scripture, divide it up into 6 days, and we read it together. And then we also take a little something out of it that will help mold us and shape us to be more like Jesus. And today we are continuing our study of the Psalms, the Wisdom Psalms, and we're doing Psalm 49. And so let's read that together, okay? Psalm 49, verse 1. Hear this, all you peoples. Listen, all who live in this world, both low and high, rich and poor alike. My mouth will speak words of wisdom. The meditation of my heart will give you understanding. I will turn my ear to a proverb. With the harp I will expound my riddle. Why should I fear when evil days come, when the wicked deceivers surround me? Those who trust in their wealth and boast on their great riches, no one can redeem the life of another or give to God a ransom for them. The ransom for a life is costly. No payment is ever enough, so that they should live on forever and not see decay. For all can see that the wise die, that the foolish and the senseless also perish, leaving their wealth to others. Their tombs will remain their houses forever, their dwellings for endless generations. Though they had named lands after themselves, people, despite their wealth, do not endure. They are like the beasts that perish. This is the fate of those who trust in themselves and of their followers who approve their sayings. They are like sheep and are destined to die. Death will be their shepherd, but the upright will prevail over them in the morning. Their forms will decay in the grave, far from their princely mansions. But God will redeem me from the realm of the dead. He will surely take me to himself. Do not be overawed when others grow rich, when the splendor of their houses increases, for they will take nothing with them when they die. Their splendor will not descend with them, though while they live they count themselves blessed, and people praise you when you prosper. They will join those who have gone before them, who will never again see the light of life. People who have wealth but lack understanding are like the beasts that perish. Okay, 20 verses of chapter Psalm 49, and this was written by the sons of Korah. It's a wisdom psalm. It speaks about life in general, and like I said earlier, everything is temporary. It is pointing out in this psalm that everybody dies. Everybody. There's no exception. Well, there's one exception, and that's who we serve and praise, Jesus Christ. But everybody else, this earthly body is destined to die. And so that I don't want that to be a depression to you, because it's just a fact. And as soon as we can come to grips with that idea that life is temporary, we might act a little differently. Sometimes we walk and gather stuff like we're going to live forever. And we spend our time focusing on things that really are not important. And we have to remember that we don't get to take anything with us. In fact, Job, in chapter 1, after all the stuff befalls him, he loses his kids, he loses all his property. Verse 20 of chapter 1 of Job says, at this, Job got up, tore his robes, and shaved his head, and then he fell to the ground in worship and said, naked I came from my mother's womb, and naked I will depart. The Lord gave, and the Lord has taken away. May the name of the Lord be praised. He recognized it, that life here on this earth is temporal. We can't take anything with us. And so when we turn back to the Psalm and these little portions of Scripture, they say this: for all can see that the wise die, and that the foolish and the senseless also perish, leaving their wealth to others. And he's saying this: everybody dies. And if that happens, we need to be focusing on something different. And then you go to verse 15. But God will redeem me from the realm of the dead. He will surely take me to himself. Now, this is the different perspective. This is like, if you serve the creator of the universe and his son, Jesus Christ, your soul can live on forever with him. And that's one of the good news is that because sin entered the world, death is for everybody. That's just the price humanity has to pay for disobedience with God. But Jesus said this in Matthew chapter 10, verse 23. Do not be afraid of those who kill the body, but cannot kill the soul. Rather be afraid of the one who can destroy both soul and body in hell. Obviously, he's talking about his Father in heaven, who can do anything he wants because he owns everything. And and during this time, these last few years, there's been a big push that everybody seemed to be afraid of dying. And I think for the Christian, it shouldn't be this way. It shouldn't be, because that we already recognize that this time here on earth is temporal, but we have an eternity waiting. And that eternity and the destination of that eternity can be one of two places, heaven or hell. And it is my desire for you that you choose Jesus Christ and that you have an eternal destination hanging out with him for eternity and serving him. And doesn't that sound like good news? It is to me. I hope that this spurs you on to make some priorities in your life based on the fact that it's all temporary. It's all temporary. But let's do things that will last for eternity. Jesus said it this way: store up treasures in heaven. All right, I hope you guys have a great day, and we will talk to you tomorrow. Bye.